Morning, everybody. Welcome to BB's African News Magazine show on Jambo Radio, the show that focuses on all things positive coming from the Scottish African diaspora and African continent at large. Wow, I'm Benny Brick McKinley, and I have a show for you today. It's going to be an interesting one. Baron's here. We're both here. We're ready to go. Are you ready, Baron?
Yeah, I'm ready.
pulling him in early. Today, we're going to traverse a journey, a musical, historical journey. We're going to trace the roots of Afrobeat music, specifically Nigerian Afrobeat music. We're going to have a few non-Nigerian songs in there as well, but when the genre started in the 90s and how it bloomed and blossomed and became the juggernaut that it is today. We have some news for you as well, but that's going to be the crux of the show today. We're going to have an amazing time tracing what I think is the ultimate list in the Afrobeat, and I've curated it myself, and Baron is ready to play every song, and we're going to talk about each one. I hope we get to all the songs, but it's going to be a musical journey today. You know how to reach us. Just sit back, relax. If you're in the car, if you're in the office, if you're home, you listen to us, just relax, and we'll take you on this musical journey with us. You know what to do. Just type in the three magical words, Jambo, Radio, and Scotland, and you can find us everywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, wherever it is you get your social media, or on our website itself, which is www.jamboradio.co.uk, and you can always join in with your requests, your comments, your opinions. Always, you can call the number, and the number is 0141 530 2787. That's 0141 530 2787. You can call in live. If you're calling from outside the UK, just add a +44 to that, or you can leave your comments on the YouTube page or the Facebook page. We will monitor it through the show, and we will read out your comments live. Right, we're ready to go. Let's begin. So before we start on Afrobeat, let's talk about Afrobeats. So who's the king of Afrobeat? Do you know the answer to this question, Baron?
Yeah.
Who's the king? Who's the founder of Afrobeat?
Swela.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course it's Fela Anikulapo Kuti. He is the master. He is the mastermind. He was the artist. He was the molder, the sculptor of this amazing genre that spilled out from his genre and became what we know what it is today. But he, of course, was the mastermind behind everything. And to honor him, before we get into the pop version of Afrobeat, let's go into the original version of Afrobeat. And to honor him, here is the first song, and this is called Suffering and Smiling by Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Enjoy, guys. we set the tone for the show, haven't we, Baron? Listen, if we went on with this song is 20 minutes long. If we went on with it, we'll be here for most of the show. Fella had a way of doing that with his music, just sucking you in and you'll be there all night. Right, let's do some news and then we'll get back to the music, but we cannot start having fun in quote until we do the news. So first news of the day. Did you hear that Idris Elba is moving to Africa, Baron?
No.
All right, let me tell you about it. Well, actress Idris Elba has told the press that he'll relocate to Africa within the next decade as part of his plans to support the continent's movie industry. As on this show, we previously reported that he was planning to build a film studio in Tanzania and Zanzibar, if you remember, and now he's planning to build one in Ghana as well. Born in London, Elba, whose mother is from Ghana and father from Sierra Leone, has a strong attachment to Africa. We've seen with many of his projects. He wants to leverage his star power to back the growing film industry there, and it says it's vital that Africans get to tell their own stories. I'll certainly consider settling down there, not even consider, it's going to happen, he said in an interview last week. I think I'll move in the next 5 years or so, God willing. I'm going to go bolster the film industry. This is a 10-year process. I won't be able to do that from overseas. I need to be in country on the continent. But in the spirit of Pan-Africanism, he will not commit to living in one specific country. He says, I'm going to live in Africa, in Accra, I'm going to live in Freetown, I'm going to live in Zanzibar. I'm going to try and go where they're telling stories. That's really important. One goal he does have is to make a film in his studio in Accra one day. So Alba, who's played South African leader Nelson Mandela in the 2013 biopic Long Walk to Freedom, believes that it's vital for Africans to be center stage in the entire filmmaking process. That is in front of the camera, behind the camera, and also in financing, distribution, marketing, and showing the final product. He imagines that just as the movie audiences around the world know the differences between, say, US cities of New York and Los Angeles without necessarily having visited these places, they will one day have a more nuanced understanding of Africa. If you watch any film or anything that has to do with Africa, all you're going to see is trauma, how we're slaves, how we're colonized. It's just war. And when you come to Africa, you realize it's not true. So it's really important that we own those stories of our tradition, of our culture, of our languages, of the differences between one language and another. The world doesn't really know that. With Nigeria's Nollywood producing hundreds of movies a year, films are arguably one of the country's most successful exports. But there's also a tradition, especially in Francophone countries, of making higher quality films. And the UN's Cultural Agency says that despite significant growth in production, the business of filmmaking across the continent has been hindered by issues such as piracy, insubstantial training opportunities, and a lack of official film institutions. Elba believes that with the right momentum and involvement of governments willing to create an enabling environment, a virtuous circle can be established. We have to invest in our storytelling because when you see me, you see a little version of yourself, and that encourages us. Okay. So I think it's a good idea, but I don't think necessarily, he says all you see in the movies about Africa is trauma and this and that, slavery and colonization. But I think in the last 10, 15 years, things have changed. A lot of the stories on Netflix are love stories and, family dynamic stories. And it's not only about slavery and all that. I think that's is normal to say that. But I think that the landscape has been changing. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not all about slavery.
No.
You should go watch some Nigerian movies as well. This year it's been a lot of those rural kind of movies.
Yeah,
because so
there's a lot of cultural stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of family dynamics that play a big role in Nollywood movies. Family dynamics, and then the patriarch making the matriarch and business being handed down, and then who's going the fallout of family dynasties and all of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that kind of story takes that, and then a lot of cultural things as well. So we have been telling our own stories, maybe as not a large scale as we could, but we have been telling our own stories for a very long time. But I admire what he's trying to do, to add to it, to grow it to the level of it. Like he says, when you go to Los Angeles, you may not have ever been to New York, but if you see the New York landscape, skyline in a movie, you know exactly what you're looking at. If you see London, you know what you're looking at. See perhaps Sydney in Australia. What are the cities? Paris. you haven't been there, but as soon as you see the skyline, you know what city you're looking at.
Yeah.
It's not always the same. I mean, with Lagos, that our bridge in Ikoyi.
That's short.
But if I think of Accra or Sierra Leone, I may not really recognize it immediately. I see a skyline, you know. South Africa probably, but that's about it. Anyway, so I do, all help is welcome. And if he wants to commit properly, he has been traveling to the continent constantly anyway, he and his wife over the last few years. He's done many projects on the continent, and he's also going to be starring in Things Fall Apart. Didn't we talk about that last week or so, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
He's putting his money where his mouth is, and that's good. I'm happy he's doing it, but I don't like the same old narrative of it's only trauma when it comes to African movies. That's not true. Okay, well done, Idris. Well done. We'll be following you on your journey, and I hope you have an amazing success in Africa. All right, let's move on to Kemi Badenoch, and I call it problematic. Like in the quest to be the leader of the Conservative Party, she's okay. Let's talk about her comments. You want to put a picture of her on screen? So Kemi Badenoch has repeated her pattern of bashing Nigeria in her bid to replace ousted former UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak as leader of the Tory party. In an interview with Mail Online this week, the 44-year-old British Nigerian criticized Nigeria again, saying she doesn't want Britain to become like the place she ran away from, quote unquote. I'm going to come back to that. Badenoch was born in Wimbledon but spent her childhood in Nigeria before returning to UK as a teenager. I'll always be grateful for being lucky enough to be born here, she says. It was very much fate. I would do anything for this country. I would go to war for this country. I would fight for the country. I would die for this country. This is my country. I love it the way it is. I don't want it to become like the place I ran away from. I want it to get better, not just for me, but for the next generation. Okay, full stop. Right, Baron. She didn't run away from anything, okay? This narrative that she fled Nigeria, she didn't. She went to high school, she went to boarding school in Nigeria. She finished, and as like every normal middle class, as is usual, a lot of middle class families in Nigeria, when you finish your high school, they get, are you going to go to university in Nigeria? Are you going to go to university abroad? Do we have, can we afford it? Can we pay for it? And her parents sent her to university abroad. So she went on an aeroplane on a flight to London. She didn't flee. There was no war. There was no pestilence. She didn't flee. She got to the airport, said goodbye, took her suitcase, got on a plane, and came to Nigeria and came to the UK to do her her tertiary education. I need to stop with this. Anyway, earlier on, she's also claimed that her childhood in Nigeria was filled with tales of horror, with screams of neighbors every night being attacked and having to sleep with a machete under her bed in a Nigerian boarding school.
Really? Really?
Right. So, no. No, her parents were oh my goodness. Yeah, neighbors were not being attacked every night. I know it's so easy to use this narrative to get forward, and it's worked for her, don't get me wrong. It has really worked for her. She's come from the horror of neighbors being attacked every night, and she's come to the UK, and she's a model immigrant who's come in and worked hard, and she fled. What did she flee again? She fled economic oh my God. And she's bashed her original country at every step. And now and also let's address the machete under the bed in boarding school. We all had cutlasses and hoes under the bed in boarding school because we were cutting grass, okay? Not because we were fighting off attackers.
Exactly.
We weren't fighting off anyone, we were cutting grass. But you mentioned you had a machete under your bed in boarding school too, your European friends here, and what does it suggest? That you were fighting over attackers because you were scared. So she's used this narrative very successfully, and it's gotten her to the very, very height of the Conservative Party. There are only two in contention now for the leadership role, and she just might take it over the finish line with this one. I'm very proud. I'm very lucky to have been born here. It was fate. I don't want to become like the place I ran away from.
So first, how is it going to become the place she ran away from?
These are just beats. You say these words, you use this narrative, and they're just certain beats of words that resonate with who you're talking to. It's called a dog whistle.
Yeah.
You know who you're talking to in the Conservative Party, in the Conservative base, and they go, yes, she's for us.
I don't know how the process is there when surely she's talking to like a journalist.
Yeah, she was on the Daily Mail, of course.
Yeah, so
why not?
Why these are questions that should be asked. So how would the UK turn to the place you ran away from, where people had to, where you had to sleep with cutlass
under your bed?
So how would they get to
they
that?
They don't follow up questions, because they just, this is confirmation bias of what they already think, and then she's just giving it to them, giving exactly what they want to hear. And also the fact that she's saying that she was 16 when she came here. She knows the Nigeria she knows, she was born here, went to Nigeria as a kid, and left at 16. Okay. Why did she go back when she married her husband? Why did she go to Nigeria and have her wedding there? Why did she take all her in-laws to Nigeria to have their wedding there? If she ran away from it, if she ran away from it and it's so horrible, why did she go? Why did she take all? Why? It's not safe. Why did she take all her her British in-laws to go have the wedding there?
These are the questions that should be asked.
They don't ask. They don't ask because she's going for leadership. She's going to say what it is she needs to say. And also, I could go on, and this could be something, but I don't want to waste too much time on this, because obviously a politician who's ambitious saying what they need to say. But if you look at all world leaders, you have to be wise when you're talking about these things, because this could really hamper you in the future. You could get what you want in the short term. Barack Obama is Kenyan. Okay, his father is Kenyan. You've never heard Barack bashing Kenya. Instead, Barack went to visit Kenya. He brought a lot of, bilateral agreements in the America and Kenya, and the leadership, the youth in him had a lovely symbiotic relationship. Okay, he didn't claim to be Kenyan, but he claimed, he knew that's where his father was from, and he honored that. Rishi Sunak is Indian. He had a wonderful visit to India, in the first quarter of his leadership, of his term. He went there. He didn't say he was, he says he's British, but also gave that honor to his antecedents. Who else? Justin Trudeau. His mother is half Filipino. He never had him bashing Philippines.
Yeah.
Who else? There's so many world leaders who have, who have antecedents from other places.
Yeah.
You don't hear them bashing it. You don't do that. You don't bash it. What you do is you leave it. You honor it. You give your allegiance to the country you are claiming to be from. Okay, you're representing. You full allegiance. Of course, that's what we want you to feel. You're British, of course, but you don't do that by throwing your original country, your country of your ancestors, under the bus. It's not a good strategy. It might get you what you want in the short term, because you're appealing to bigots and people who have certain sensibilities, and that's who you want to support you in the short term. In the long term, how is that going to build a relationship with the country? When you do get into power, you want to have like a state visit. You visit Nigeria Nigeria is a country whose economy is growing, one of the biggest economies on the continent. There's going to be a lot of business from there in the future. It's going to be a lot of agreements and relationships built with that country. Even if you're trying to distance yourself and say you're truly British, by bashing and throwing the country away, you're not doing yourself any favors for your future. And it's just not on.
Yeah. So, I mean, we are still here, so we'll see if we get to bite her in future. Anyway,
I mean, it really has worked. This strategy has worked for her. Don't get me wrong, it has worked for her, because she's always done this. I'm British, and she's called Nigeria socialist in the past. There's nothing she hasn't said about this, and she's distanced herself in such a way that. Why? What are you gaining by bashing the country? You don't have to bash it. You don't have to claim you're from there, but to say, "Oh, I fled, and I ran away, and I don't want this country to become like the country I ran away from." It's so classless. This kind of comments,
Yeah.
I remember when David Lammy was talking about, when they do the charity drive, comedy relief, and he's like, could we please stop talking about Africa in these terms? Africa is growing. There are young people there. There are people who are growing their economies. There are people who are growing their businesses, and they're hopeful for the future and all of that. Could we please stop talking about donating money and only talking about kids who are poor in the streets? Can we talk about in other terms as well? And she came up with, she completely bashed him, and she says, oh, he's going to stop money going to Africa because he's trying to talk about Africa that doesn't exist. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then just last week, she was talking about people coming in from Africa who are here only to do care. We don't only need people who are going to wipe the bottoms of our elders. She talked about culture, all cultures not being the same. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you appealing to that kind of thinking? Why are you doing that? It's going to get you, once again, it's going to get you what you want, probably in the short term, but in the long term, there's so many relationships that are going to be destroyed by this. Anyway.
And again, she shouldn't forget that those same people that she's trying to please, if it gets to the point where they're like, okay, we have someone else, they'll be now as well.
Yeah, of course. And
so it's always easy for them.
And nobody respects anybody who bashes their own people. You don't. In Yoruba, we say you don't point your father's house with your left hand.
Yeah.
This is kitchen table talk. Me and you can talk about it and say, oh, Nigeria's that, but you don't go on the international stage and start bashing your country of your origin, especially since you grew up there as a teenager. And I can tell you categorically, Baron, the era she grew up in, there was nothing wrong. It was not like there's no Boko Haram, there was no Tinubu, and there was nothing. The 90s were there was chill-ass decade, okay, apart from June 12th.
Aside from the military.
Yes, the military. But there was no horror of neighbors screaming at night, and it was vibes, okay. It was just vibes. It was cool. Anyway, moving on. That's that. She'll do what she needs to do. I don't ever want to see her at any Owambe party in Ashoebi. She had better not wear your skirt suits, okay? Wherever you go, wear your skirt suits. And what's she telling her three children? What's she really telling them every day? Or does she not take them to Nigeria to visit? Does she not talk about Nigerian history? Nothing with them. Just everything is negative. There's no positive at all.
They don't speak Yoruba.
What? I don't know. Right. And do they go to parties? Do they wear, because London is just so multicultural and just so amazing when it comes to mixing cultures. There's so many Nigerian restaurants and, parties and weddings and things. Does she not attend any of these things at all, ever? She's just she and her white husband, and that's it.
And not eating Nigerian food as well.
Really? They're just doing, what are you doing? Anyway, maybe she has another thought in her mind. Kemi, if you want to talk about it, you know where I am. You can always call. Okay. Let's have some fun now. Let's move away from all that negativity and let's have some fun. You ready, Baron?
Yep.
All right. Before let's introduce what we're doing. Okay. So there was a time when Afrobeat was not the multi-billion-dollar industry it is right now. It was just starting. We had some artists who had a dream. Okay, a dream of making music. They didn't think they were going to be multimillionaires. They didn't know if there was going to be money in it, but they did it for the love of the music. Okay, so before we had your Davidos and your Wizkids and your Ashakes, and your Burna Boys and your Tiwas, before you had all those people who are now, international superstars, we had your Majeks, your Mandators, your Eviednas, and we're going to honor them today, okay? Because without them, these are the shoulders that our giants today are standing on. Correct, Baron?
Yep.
And without them opening the doors, there was no internet. There was no way to distribute the music in seconds, right? Posting it on Spotify and posting it on YouTube. There was nothing like that. They had to physically take these tapes around the radio stations and record labels and market themselves and go into the studio and try. And the studios were nothing like they were today, okay? But then they made the music and we loved the music and it grew. So we're going to start from the 90s. I'm going to start from the 90s, not going to the 80s, not too much, and maybe a little bit of the 80s just to start off with, and then we're going to go from there, okay? So first one, and let's see how many of these you recognize, everybody. So the first song we're going to be talking about today is the one and only Send Down the Rain by Majek Fashek. Do you recognize that one, guys? Enjoy.
Cloudy, looks like rain gonna fall today.
ready, we're going to go through this real quick. So, because now we're going straight into Rat Race by the Mandators. Remember that one? Go, 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 Var.
You will come again in another style. This one is a rat race style. You will come again, it is not just another song. Rat race style is a crucial style. We come in live and direct, just to make you feel irate. What is the Christ time and style? Come and we listen to the lyrics. They say I'm talking politics, I'm singing reality, but the suffering of the masses from my brothers, I'm feeling so right. Situation getting worse, only the poor feels the pain. The fury falls on them. Don't close your eyes to reality. It's a rat race style, yeah. They might be make me so far. In them a rat race style, yeah. They might be make me so far. What is a rat race style, yeah. There's no hope for survival. In them a rat race style, yeah. They might be make we shiver. Oh, what a bad situation. Only the rich and the strongest nation survive. So if life was the thing that the money could buy, only the rich nation will live. You see that the others would die. They don't feel any guilty. They keep sending their calls for you to die, to make the world so hard. Reason every season, what a shameless race. Channels where they're really heading to. What a rat race style. They might be making so far. In them a rat race style. They might be making so far. What is a rat race style? There's no hope for survival. In them a rat race style. They might be shivers. Many people in the world are struggling for survival, trying to earn a living, but the pressures are not just too strong.
All right, Baran is showing us his DJ chops today. I think you're in your element right now. Baran, can I ask a question? Why is so many of our earlier music inspired by kind of like a reggae kind of sound? Why do you think that is?
Probably they're listening to a lot of that at the time.
Reggae, yeah. Even Two Face's earlier work, there's a lot of reggae influence. In fact, he's still very reggae influenced till today.
Yeah.
I love some of the modern artists have a lot of reggae in them, but definitely the earlier artists, reggae had them in a chokehold.
Because even my dad, I heard him listen to more of reggae than
pop. Yeah, it's incredible. Anyway, moving on. Now this lady. You guys know her. She was the voice of a certain era in Nigeria. There was no birthday party. There was no celebration. You couldn't put on the TV without hearing her voice. She was raw. She was not your glamorous girl, your baddie with the makeup and the hair. No. She was very natural looking, and she was produced by her husband. But she had that voice, and she sang a lot in her local dialect, which the song I'm going to play is in her local dialect, but she had the voice, and this is the one, the only, Evi Edna Ogoli Ogosi with Riri Vara. Enjoy!
Era sebelo ho ho makega era sebelo ho ho rio varano. Watenya kwa maha no wogeru yonana Taramonira hayo omonira ha Fio bahara kekeme na oza tije tuwaho Angene maina arefo beru oteko wogalerie Keme wajarefye Eware makega Era sebelo ho ho rio varano Keme wajarefye Eware makega Era sebelo ho ho rio varano.
All right, that was Riovara, Ibiad No Gully. Beautiful voice. Do you remember what we sing? Well, you're too young. We used to sing. Try it.
If you give me rice.
If you give me one meat,
Okay.
if you give me one more, I go marry you. Or I go follow you. I don't know. Yeah, we could change any song on the playground. Okay, right. One more of the old school, and then we're gonna move straight into the 90s. Okay, so we cannot make a definitive list without this song. Is the one and only rumba styling man himself, Raskimono, and this is rumba styling. I'm sure I'm taking you guys all the way back, but enjoy this one, guys.
Stop that breakdance, man, and hold it. Now listen, Arumba style, Arumba style. This I want Arumba, Arumba style, Arumba style. This I want Arumba. Some play reggae, some play calypso, some play reggae, some play disco. Better now this one is Arumba style, Arumba style. This I want Arumba, Arumba style. This I want Arumba. Me play it in a A, me play it in a B, me play it in a C, all kind of style. In case you never know, I'm your dog master, Arumba style. This I want Arumba, Arumba style. This I want Arumba. Me play it in a home, me play it in a hall, me play it in a up, me play it in a down. Everywhere me go, the people want to hear me sing Arumba style. This I want Arumba, Arumba style. This I want Arumba. Me play 45, me play LP, me play double, me play LP. But tell you this one gonna rock your station, Arumba style, Arumba style, Arumba style. This I want Arumba, Arumba style. This I want Arumba.
All right, we're smoothly moving into the 90s now because we had all our 80s stars. Well, our 80s giant hits. And now we're going to go in. I don't know if Baron is too young. He doesn't know this one. I can bet you don't know this one, Daniel. Baron. And this is by Daniel Wilson. Do you remember this? Mr. Ragamuffin?
We'll find out.
The video for this one was amazing, by the way. So this is, we're entering the 90s now. This is Mr. Ragamuffin by Daniel Wilson.
Excuse me, lady.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
It couldn't be, honey.
Then who?
I don't talk to Casanovas like you.
Now, where the hell did you get that from? Excuse me, my lady. Tell me what's your name. I go crazy when I see you walking down this lane. But you called me Casanova. Tell that he's untrue. 'Cause my baby, I'm crazy over you. I ain't no Casanova. I ain't no Romeo. I don't smoke marijuana. Girl, you must know. The only thing I'm guilty is my love in you. Be my baby, I'm crazy over you. Call me Johnny Wilson.
Johnny Wilson, Johnny Wilson.
And I'll play you ragamuffin.
Ragamuffin.
If you wanna be happy, don't forget my name. Just call me Johnny Wilson.
Johnny Wilson, Johnny Wilson.
And I'll play you ragamuffin.
Ragamuffin.
Anytime you want me, don't forget my name.
I beg your pardon. Are you Mr. Ragamuffin?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Call me Johnny Wilson, Mr. Ragamuffin. Call me Johnny Wilson, Mr. Ragamuffin. Why?
Johnny Wilson, Mr. Ragamuffin. Call me Johnny Wilson, Mr. Ragamuffin.
Don't let them feel you now, woman and man. Me are the best upon the ready man, on the version. And me drive a beat car with a big bass salon. So me can take a woman with no have ambition.
Uptown call me, downtown call me, everybody call me ragamuffin.
Black man call me, white man call me, ragamuffin, ragamuffin.
Now I'm 6'3", I'll be good team. Money ain't scarce with me. All I need is a girl like you to spend it all with me. And it's really meant you see I'm crazy. Everyone can see. I'm my baby, I'm so in love with you. I ain't no Casanova, I ain't no Romeo. I don't smoke marijuana. I love you so. The only thing I'm guilty is my love in you. Be my baby, I'll do anything for you.
Yes. Johnny Wilson, Johnny Wilson.
I'm gonna do you ragamuffin.
Ragamuffin.
Anytime you want me, you can call on me. Just call me Johnny Wilson.
Johnny Wilson, Johnny Wilson.
I'm gonna do you ragamuffin.
Ragamuffin.
Anytime you want me, just call on my name. Everybody call me Johnny Wilson.
Johnny Wilson, Johnny Wilson.
I'm gonna do the ragamuffin.
That brought back a lot of memories, and there were like some dances attached to that song as well. He's very handsome, Danny Wilson. I wonder where he is today. I haven't seen him on the circuit recently. Okay, here we go. We're still in the 90s. We're going to go a little bit further into the 90s, like late 90s. And this one was a big hit. And it started the trend where the artists started coming from more, should I say humble roots? You know, more humble roots as opposed to your middle class singers.
Or more of street-ish. Yeah.
This is Baba Fryo, and this was a massive hit. You remember this one? It's called Dem Go Dey Pose. Enjoy.
I want throw a stone, and anybody with the stone miss now, you know. Especially people with the pose. What's you know? African man when he in my country. Anything we give Papa priority as the people. African woman we did in my country. Anything we give Papa priority as the way did he get? He no get nothing. Where did he be? He no be nothing. Where did he do? He nothing. They get him auto. He no get nothing. They know tomorrow. He no know nothing. They go the post. They go the dengue. They go the post. They go the waka kuru. They go the post. They go the dengue. They go the post. They go the waka kuru. Banjo thing where they buy a CD. Now they want to make shakara for me. Banjo club where they buy a CD. Now they want to make shakara for me. Hey! Banjo shoe where they buy a CD. Now they want to make shakara for me. Then go the post. Then go the dengue. Then go the post. Then go the waka kuru. Then go the post. Then go the dengue. Then go the post. Then go the waka kuru. When mountain they go get salary, then go invite them from big party. When they go for the then go this free money. When they bring them go the war, big daddy waiting he get, he no get nothing. Waiting he be, he no be nothing. Waiting he day, he no day nothing. They get him auto, he no get nothing. They know tomorrow, he no know nothing. Then go the post, then go the dengue, then go the post. Then go the waka kuru, then go the post. Then go the dengue, then go the post. Then go the waka kuru, African man we eat in my country. Anything we give Papa pioneer as the people. African woman we eat in my country. Anything we give Papa pioneer as the people. One time they want to come to America. Now the time they start to they speak like marina. When they go contact with them go they blow grandma. Then they go Lagos, they want go America. Waiting he get, he no get nothing. Waiting he be, he no be nothing. Waiting he day, he no day nothing. They get him auto, he no get nothing. They know tomorrow, they don't know nothing. Some of them they want to like say they too big. Some of them they want to like say they know they cheap. They can go to get it, be them happy. They do love them, make them want to go get it, then go the food. Then go the dengue, then go the food. Then go the waka to get it, go the food. Then go the dengue, then go the food. Then go the waka to get it, go.
Single-handedly introduced the term dengue into the Nigerian vocabulary. Although nobody uses that anymore, do they? But there was a time when that was like, dengue was like the thing, right? Right, now we're going to have a masterclass in class because the classiest singer to ever do it, the classiest musician, to ever do it, is coming up next. Can you guess who that is? Baron.
Am I in the mask?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was nuts for him in the 90s. This song, we're playing the entire song, okay? I do not care how long it is because it is classy and it is classic. So here is Show Your Color by the man in the mask himself, La Raja.
Ojú lọ̀rọ̀ wà, kájọ máa rọ́bì. Ojú lọ̀rọ̀ wà, kájọ máa rọ́bì. Bébí mi sọ̀rọ̀, kájọ máa rọ́, kájọ máa rọ́bì. Bébí mi sọ̀rọ̀, kájọ máa rọ́, kájọ máa rọ́bì.
first night, baby. 'Cause I wanna know what you're looking for. I wanna know what you want from me. You show your color, then I will show mine too. Baby, show your color, let me show mine too. Show it, show your color. Show your color. Show your
Not to finish that song. There's the last part. That's an amazing classic song. Wow. When I was curating this list, it was very hard not to play more than one song by one artist, and I tried very hard. So what I've done is every single song is every artist on the song only has one song each on the list. However, there's maybe one artist that has two. We'll talk about that later because it was very, very hard to pick just one. But I think I'm trying to pick the classic ones from each of those artists. All right, we're going to venture out of Nigeria for now. We're going to go to the Francophone world. And this one, I couldn't make the list without including this one because this was crazy in the 90s. And this is Yeke Yeke by Mori Kante. Do you know that song, Baron?
No, I don't.
Massive, huge song on the international stage as well. So I had to add it. So this is Yeke Yeke by Mori Kante. Enjoy.
nadini kazigan ke bolilale ke bolilale nadini kazigan ke bolilale oye bolilale nadini kazigan bolilale ke bolilale nadini kazigan ke bolilale wa bilamba nadini kazigan ke wa billa wa bilamba nadini kazigan ke wa billa do ndinda zarona kono mi matanyum fe bandinda zarona kono mi matanyum fe
Very much. So I'll share. I'll confess. When I was a teen, I didn't like the song. When I was a teenager, I didn't like it at all. But I understood how big it was and how successful it was. But I didn't really love it personally. But it would have been remiss not to put it on the list because it was a massive hit. And Murray Kanti was from Guinea, and the fact they had such a worldwide impact at that time was just incredible. It was on MTV and everything. Did you know it? Did you recognize it? No? Okay. All right. So one you didn't recognize, the one I'm sure you will recognize. You must have been in diapers at this time though. But here is My Car by Tony Tutrilla. Everybody's song.
Tatu, where you dey go? Where did they find?
Why they ask me that kind of question? Say where I dey go? Where I dey go? I dey come. You don't hit my car. I said you don't bash my car. Tell me you don't hit my car. I said you don't bash my car. What do you define? Where you dey go? As I dey waka dey go like so. Me I'm looking for this party. This party hold me plenty money. They tell me say in the Ikoyi. Me I get this for one party. Shady party yeah, ofe pa me. Today na today, no time for story. Timadelere, timagamu. He must to pay me all the money. I can't reach the house, I can't see say people gather, they just they cry. I try to know where because they cry. Then tell me say my party don't buy. As I come they go back to my house, I come miss more odor for row. The nothing where I hear from my back. Now one scratch from another car. You don't hit my car. I say you don't bash my car. Hey, tell me you don't hit my car. I say you don't bash my car. Say me say trouble, another day say dead body no dey pay person money. Another party done dey bash my car. Today na today, no time for story. Idris na you see wahala.
Yo, what's up, Tony? What's up, man? It been long time we don't see. What's up, man?
Oh boy, stop that, you know, waiting me what's up. You bash my car, you tell me what's up. Shit, I was up, I go use to pay my car. I better pay me my body now. Police come, they measure the line. They say make I no worry, everything go be fine. They come bring paper, say make I sign. I sign my own, is doing sign his own. I come the weather will get the fall. They say now my body get the photo. I park my car, see trouble. Younger the sleep trouble, come wake up. Hey, you don't hit my car. I say you don't bash my car. Hey, tell me you don't hit my car. I say you don't bash my car.
Somebody up, someone away. You don't get to me for walk or no. So now you we go tell the credit car. Check it's good. Somebody away for walk or no. Feed it or no. Begin the back come for them.
Palava hard to carry for head. Money no the pocket for man to spend. One of my party where they hold me money. I reach in hard and say he don't buy. Another one done, they bash my car. Waiting I go do, you no get the money. I can't think, say this stress no water. Today na your own, tomorrow fi be my own. I can't tell my party make it con they go. Then I try to push my car from road. As I push the small, waiting I see. Now government car come bash my car. Again, you don't hit my car. I say you don't bash my car. Tinubu, you don't hit my car.
What has Tinubu got to do with it? Okay, he could see into the future, you see? He could see into the future.
He saw it. He warned us. We didn't listen.
He did. I can say at this point was when things started getting serious. Am I right? This era.
Yeah.
At the 20 Thrillers, the Tribesmen time, Idris Al Karim at this time. So we're going to do back to back to back with that. So after this, around this time, a certain group of boys who all went to the same uni, they all got together, and there was a girl in the group as well. Her name was Sasha, and they all got together, and they were all artists, individual artists on their own. But then when they came together, they were the Tribesmen. Okay, did you know that, Baron?
No.
Oh my God! And the Tribesmen had this absolute banger, and it's called. What is it called, Baron?
Shake body.
You don't say it like that. There's only one way to say it.
How?
Shake body.
Shake body.
Yes, like
Shake
that.
Body.
Yeah. So they're all individual artists on their own, or mini groups, but together they were the Tribesmen. Okay. So here is Shake Body by the Tribesmen, and in today's world, you say they broke the internet. There was no internet back then, but if there was an internet, this song would have broken the internet.
They broke the radio.
They broke the radio. Here is Shake Body by the Tribesmen.
Shake body, shake body. Come on, shake body, yeah. Shake body, shake body.
Give it to you like that.
Shake body,
Tribesman on the track.
body.
99. You know how we do. Come on.
Whether you like 'em, whether you no like 'em, whether you like 'em, whether you no like 'em, the thing be said, you go still dey shake body. The thing be said, you go still dey shake body.
Hey yo, have you ever heard a Tribesman on the radio?
On the radio?
Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe the way we flow crazy so ladies go. When we bust they blush and they rush at us the way we bust is A+. Yeah, jiggy with it and dance if it makes you shake your body, that means it's magnificent. Like the kinds of rhymes we spent in it. Every line makes you rewind to the beginning. Now everybody shake what your mama gave you. It don't ever stop, you better rock whether or not you intend to. You can't resist this instrumental. It was a hit when paper was put to pencil. Whether or not to choose, you can't refuse. Cruise the dance floor, burn holes in your shoes. Just get with the groove, move like you's a winner.
Hey, Macarena. Whether you like 'em, whether you no like 'em, whether you like 'em, whether you no like 'em, the thing be said, you go still dey shake body. The thing be said, you go still dey shake body.
Come on. No need to rush me, I'ma drop when I will it. To make sure your mama and your papa feel it. Settle for your consolation, cause I'm winning. Mr. L to the D with a whole new beginning. 1999, the year for the demo. Defending my tribe, I'm a hero like Taribo. Positioning 1 to 10, I'm Sub-Zero. When I represent Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. I'm the big issue now like Clinton and Lewinsky. Master the art like Leonardo da Vinci. I couldn't be bothered because none of y'all impress me. End up in the burial thinking y'all can test me. I wooed up, you know, fake trying my own lyrics. All off when I just write your own gimmicks. Even my enemies, they gon' start to shake body. And I rap so fast, you could sit and
whether you like 'em, whether you no like 'em, whether you like 'em, whether you no like 'em, the thing be said, you go still dey shake body. The thing be said, you go still dey shake body.
Y'all ready to dance now? Yeah. Come on. I like this part. Yeah. You like that? Come on. Afro style, you know how we do it. Tribesman. 99. Come on. Yeah, I definitely feel this part.
So, did you know the song eventually?
Yeah, I know it.
Stop lying.
I know it. It was on the radio then. I know it.
Yeah, it was very much so. All right, I said back to back, the same era, right? So from My Car by 20 Thriller, Shake Body by Tribesmen, and of course you're going to complete the trifecta without Shakomo by The Remedies. Same era.
jack when a break, I never whack. Check out what back, I got my man, pen. Do, you give me some poo-poo. When I flow the funky music, people dance a ju. My man, he want him more bad. Baby, do me, he want him more bad. The nubby back, I got it back. How can they kick this flavor? I show you I'm the bad. The took of the over this back of the book of the joke of the like of the book of the second, the people that look at the big of the don't talk at the back. That's my style, you better watch your back. And that's the reason why me so pay me oh shackle more.
Rhyme slam down, my baby, let's scramble. Here comes the rhyme, your soul, let's tango. My name is Sadie, Remedy and Tony. We're humping on the mic when we are ready. Keep the girls smiling with me, hey. We're diving in the lead, it's like a double submachine. Because Eddie Montana operates this way. 1800 hours every day. 7 days a week, it just to make you freaky. All the girls around are the best in town. Because the best of sounds, there's no doubt about it. You hump the mic, you won't hesitate to shout it. Listen to my story, it's got to be so. Eddie Montana is surely bliss.
Cause we ain't a breeze, I'm sneeze. We ain't a grab this mic for the people over scheme. You better to watch your back, your teeth kicking, I'm posing. When I shake your booty, then you take the whole the Odie. You better to tell me really what you done know. Let me tell you really what you done know. Let me take you back to the DJs and yon. You better to know this remedy you can't stop.
With desire, stepping up higher. When I'm on the mic, I set the whole world on fire. I go on and on and on. Put the mic in my hand like a unicorn.
Chicky, baby.
Unicorn horn. I'm stepping out strong. The other MCs are double on the wrong. The most devastating, inspirating, cultivating, educating, never to do it. Life MC.
Chicky, baby.
We are the best, and you must believe. Ready remedies is surely bliss. So, the Africa. Come on now, oh Lord have mercy. The African, stay London. Oh Lord have mercy.
Eddie Remedy could make noise, Sha. All right, so from the ridiculous to the sublime. I'm not saying Shakoma is ridiculous, I love it. But to the sublime, because we're stepping out of Nigeria one more time. In fact, we're going to step out of Nigeria 3 times. The next 3 songs are not Nigerian. And we're going to South Africa. Now, Baron, if I told you I was going to play a song from South Africa, from that era, what artist do you think I'm thinking of, and what song do you think I'm thinking of?
Would be Brenda. Well, I
Brenda
wouldn't pick this song. So I would have had to pick between 2 artists.
Okay.
So either Brenda and what's the other one?
Oh, Shaka, Yvonne.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't include Yvonne. Shaka is out because that was like the late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So we're right in the 90s at this moment, like late 90s at this moment. So there's only one person, if you think of South Africa at that time, who was international, and that would be Brenda Fassie. And the song that everybody loves from Brenda Fassie is Vulindela. So this is Vulindela by Brenda Fassie. The voice.
Ulindlela pema mkopozi Keunyano wam Kelele uyashaka namsa Ulindlela pema manya uza Suba nomona Nyana wa mutati Benginga Yombolo magote Unyana wam Uchongile Visa Mahat Uze Usem tratwe, natati sanantan
Baron, he's the one who's stopping the songs before they end. If you were enjoying it and it stops, blame Baron, don't blame me. All right, Baron, we're going to jump from South Africa and we're going to go to Ivory Coast. Cote d'Ivoire. They don't like to be called the Ivory Coast. Cote d'Ivoire. And once again, I'm going to ask you, if you heard the country Cote d'Ivoire, what song do you think is going to come out of that?
Well,
there's only one.
Yeah, yeah, and
it
was a banger then. So those kids' birthdays.
Listen. Okay, I was young, and in the club, on the street, on the radio, everywhere. This song, we didn't have a clue. Well, I spoke French. I knew a bit of what they were saying, but they mix in French with, the local dialect. But we didn't care. We didn't care if we didn't understand the song. We just danced to it,
just vibing to it.
And you're just waiting for the beat to drop. There's parts of the song where the beat just stops and then drops. So of course there can only be one song we're talking about, people, and that is Premier Gaou by Magic System. Okay, and it's still a banger to this day. Am I wrong or am I right?
You're right.
To this day. Okay, so here we go. That's Premier Gaou by Magic System. Oh my God.
Tout a changé de côté, oh. Waribana, elle a changé de côté, oh. Nangere, nangere, wa. Nangere, nangere, wa. Nangere, nangere, wa. Nangere, nangere, wa. Dieu merci pour moi, je savais chanter un peu, oh. J'ai fait ma cassette, oh. On me voit à la télé, oh. Matin, midi, soir, c'est moi, je chante à la radio. En tout à vie, ça, elle dit le cas où a percé, oh. Je vais partir le couper, oh. Mais on dit premier Gaou n'est pas Gaou, oh. C'est deuxième Gaou qui est Nyata, oh. On dit premier Gaou n'est pas Gaou, oh. C'est deuxième Gaou qui est Nyata, oh. Dimanche matin et coco, on frappe à ma porte, oh. À ma grande surprise, oh, c'est la go en touche voix, oh. Assemblage, j'ai dit, oh, y'a longtemps, on s'est plus revu, oh. Elle veut me mentir, oh, elle dit, chérie, j'avais voyagé, oh. Je suis de retour, oh, je t'appartiens, oh. Prends-moi cadeau, oh, fais ce que tu veux, oh. Mais on dit, premier Gaou n'est pas Gaou, oh. C'est deuxième Gaou qui est Nyata, oh. J'ai dit, chérie, Coco, qu'est-ce que tu veux manger, oh? Sans même hésiter, oh. Elle me dit poulet braisé, oh. Putain, on te dit premier Gaou n'est pas Gaou, oh. C'est deuxième Gaou qui est Nyata, oh. J'ai dit chérie Coco, c'est poulet tu veux manger, oh. Poulet est trop petit, oh. Ça peut pas te rassasier, oh. C'est caïman braisé, oh. Je vais te donner, oh. Les genoux d'éléphant, oh. Tu vas manger, oh. Nangere, nangere, wa. Nangere, nangere, wa. Elle est fâchée, elle dit elle s'en va à la maison, oh. Si elle va à la maison, coagulation va me tuer, oh. Je lui ai demandé pardon et elle a accepté, oh. À un moment donné, elle a tout gâté, oh. Elle est quittée dans le poulet, elle s'en va dans le logo. Et ici c'est à logo, c'est pas compliqué, oh. C'est plantation de bananes, oh. Tu vas griller, oh. Au lieu de fourchette, oh. Ça peut pas bien piquer, oh. C'est avec râteau, oh. Tu vas manger. deuxième Kaou qui est Nyatao. Arca Kaou, Blekouté Kaou, Sorokyo Kaou, Sabindo So Kaou, Angelo Kaou, Totorino Kaou, Eda Nyatao, Tiefi Nyatao, Kade Nyatao, Kade Kuma Nyatao, Eda Nyatao, Trace Michel Kaou, Emile Kaou, Koko Kema Kaou, Honoré Kaou, j'ai dit qui danse au, regarde ta science, j'ai dit qui danse au.
All right. Could you do the dance, Baron?
Yeah, back then I could do it. You know,
Right.
you go to a birthday party, you have rice on one hand, and then you just dance on
Honestly,
your
just
legs.
like, Now, speaking of dances, somebody came along. So now we're firmly in the year 2000. We've done our 80s, we've done our 90s, done our late 90s, and now we're firmly in the year 2000 because a guy came along and literally broke up Africa. Like, he broke us. Like, you couldn't turn for a second and he wasn't on somebody's radio, on somebody's tape, somebody wasn't dancing. He came out of nowhere. We don't even know where he came from, and he came out of nowhere. And he took us all by our necks and swung us around. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Awilo?
Yeah, do you know his surname?
Lukumba.
Because he only says it like 300 times in the song. Right, so this is, it was so hard to choose what song to put on the list. But I thought this one was just like the original classic. But he has so many songs, so many bangers that everybody loves. But this is Coupe Bibamba by Awilo Lugumba. I don't know I didn't want to put a crack cocaine in his music, but we were all hooked. This is Coupe Bibamba by Awilo Lugumba. Enjoy, guys.
Wepa! Ça c'est la techno soukous. Awilo Lugumba, le propriétaire de tous les dossiers. Hey! 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 Avec la participation de Jocelyne Berroa. Hey! 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 Ah! Yo! Africa, Africa, ngasika putula bibamba, nyuso bamba, baninga nanga pinch na yo, otunga makamingi, koleka kutunga moto na zanga. Pinga naka, ya, 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 pinga naka, ya, ya, ya. Attention, ça va décoller. Bobengelanga Nathalie Awilo, bobengelanga Johnny Tayo.
Comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle. Comment tu t'appelles?
Qui, moi?
Je m'appelle Coupé Bibamba. Hey. Je m'appelle Coupé Bibamba. Hey. Zindakoti abimina malembe.
Kabana yo.
Zindakoti abimina malembe.
Wepa! Ya! Hey, 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 hey. Soulevez la patte. Soulevez la patte. Ça c'est le véritable tube. Yo, atako bati, ngana koyeba tena kotenga, bubutu nusa yebi. Ebi logo toni boka. Mutu nusa yebi. Biloko toni boka. Shikati kankan, kwenda sukuma, shikati kankan. Shikati kankan, kwenda sukuma, shikati kankan. Ya, hey. Stop.
Comment tu t'appelles?
Qui, moi? Non, lui.
Je m'appelle Coupé Bibamba.
Non, l'autre. Préparez-vous, car les bonnes choses ne durent jamais. Attention, le top des tops revient en colère. Bobengelanga Souké au Chile. Bobengelanga ala Chibamba. Putu putu Kayana, putu putu mon bébé. Putu putu Kayana, putu putu mon bébé. Putu putu Kayana. Come on, come on.
dancing. I have been moving in my chair. Awilo, I think Awilo is the one who introduced us to that Congolese thing of screaming over the track. Like you're singing, but you're also mentioning names and screaming over the track as well.
Yeah.
You're introducing more people, calling names, like people who are not on the song at all. You're calling their names. Fuji musicians, Yoruba Fuji musicians do that, but they do it with the crowd. When they're working the crowd. But like you could be in studio as a Congolese artist, and you're like just calling people from your neighborhood, people like who've helped you along the way. People just screaming their names. So Wikipedia says Kope Bibamba augmented Lugumba's visibility in West Africa, where it led to interpretations in various native languages, including Igbo, Yoruba, Igbo, and Pidgin. And also his music gained substantial recognition in southern Nigeria and swiftly proliferated to the north, where for every verse of the Quran that Hausa children knew, they knew 2 lines of Kope Bibamba. Can you imagine? So you know how you learn the Quran as a Muslim child, you have to memorize the Quran.
Yeah.
For in the north of Nigeria at that time, for every verse of Quran that northern children knew, they knew 2 lines of Kope Bibamba. They knew Kope Bibamba more than they knew their Quran, basically. In 2000, he achieved the unprecedented feat of selling out 3 consecutive concerts at Lagos National Stadium. He also filled the 22,000-seat Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu, and later the 30,000-seat of Jolly Nyame Stadium in Jalingo. Okay, making him the first Congolese artist to dominate the Nigerian waves, and so on and so on and so on and so on. I mean, 2000 was his year. 2000, 2001 and 2, but 2000, this guy from Congo took over Africa, like just took it over. And in Nigeria especially, it was crazy. His impact was that album, the first album, crazy. All right, we could talk about Willow all day, and he's had so many songs, but let's move on. Right, to my favorite on the list, on the old school list, because I'm a true diehard Two-Face fan. But this was before Two-Face became Two-Face, when he had his own band. Did you know he had a boy group?
Yeah, I do.
Of course, the Plantation Boys. And so it was so hard to choose what song to choose from the album, but I chose this one. So we're closing out the first song list, the old school song list, because we're just entering the 2000s now. So we're going to finish those 2000s by this song, and it's called You and I by the Plantation Boys. Enjoy.
It hurts me so bad when I think about the times you and I shared together, the plans we had, and the promises we made. I gave my heart, my soul, my everything, but all you did was turn around and made me cry inside. But believe me, no one else could ever love you like I do. And you know what? You and I were meant to be together. Believe that. Tell me why you do me so. Girlie, why you have to go? Why did you have to find another brother? No wonder. Why did you have to find another brother?
Every time I close my eyes, I go to see a lovely face. I never thought that you would have to turn your back on our loving baby. You used to tell me that you stay, so you will never go away. I wonder what was I to know that your love would sleep away.
But now I know that nothing stays the same. Cause every time I hold you close, you call another name. But don't you go, my baby, don't you leave. Cause deep down in my heart I know that you, the only one for me. You and I were meant to be together, baby. Can't you see that you are the only one for me? Yeah. You and I were meant to be together, baby. Can't you see that you are the only one for me?
People tell me love is blind, but baby I can see. You can be blind, but I can see that you're slipping away from me. I gladly gave my world to you, baby, on a platter of gold. But it seems the gold ain't good enough for you. And now I know that nothing stays the same. Cause every time I hold you close, you call another name. And now it shows your love is flown away, baby. But no matter where it fetches, girl, just know you and I were meant to be together, baby. Can't you see? You are the only one for me. I said you and I were meant to be together, baby. Can't you see? Yeah, you are the only one for me. Girl, why you do me so? Tell me why I have to go. Why did you have to find another brother? Girlie, why I have to go? All this I have to know. Cause all man thought that we were meant to be together. No wonder when we make love for you, all you do is hold me tight and call another brother name. No wonder we start to notice like the change. Girl, when me look in your eye, girl, the feeling not the same no more. You took my heart, you slam it upon the floor. Walk the tongue, me one upon me face, you bang me door. Happy enough it bring this loving back to like before. This is what I want to know and more like. Will you hold my hand again? Say, will you call me honey again? No. Why don't you try to be my friend till the end? Girlie, in the first place, why you do me so? Tell me why I have to go. Why did you have to find another brother? Girlie, why I have to go? All this I have to know. Cause all man thought that we were meant to be together. You and I were meant to be together, baby. Can't you see? You and I, you are the only one for me. I said you and I were meant to be together, baby. Can't you see? You are the only one for me. I said you and I were meant to be together, baby. Can't you see? You and I are the only one for me. You and I were meant to be together, baby. Can't you see? You are the only one.
Right, we're going to take a wee break now because we've exhausted our old school set list. We're going to go straight into, not the new school. What's between old school and new school?
Middle school.
Middle school. I think it was at this point that the mentality changed. So we always had songs, Nigerian songs we like, but most parties, clubbing, whatever, was always going to be mostly American hip hop and all the American pop songs and all that. But I think it was at this point after Plantation Boys came out, it's change in the atmosphere. We're like, you know what? We can actually have 70, 80, 90% of songs at an event, Nigerian songs. And something happened then. We changed. Because it was always, okay, a little bit of this, a little bit of Nigerian stuff, but mostly the American stuff or the British stuff. And then after Plantation Boys, all the rules were broken. Everything changed. Because even singing like a love R&B song, but in pidgin, that was a game changer. Because it completely in pidgin. It wasn't in English. And it was still an R&B song. It was beautiful. It was romantic. It was, cool. So yeah, that changed everything. Okay, we'll do a few announcements and then we're going to come back with our part 2 list. I'm such a good curator. Do you know that, Baron?
Yeah.
What do you think about my list so far?
It's great. It's great.
You can say more. I can take.
So I didn't expect to see some of the songs on the list. I was like, really, this one?
When you think I'm gonna zig, I zag. All right, so just a wee announcement, and we're gonna come back with some more music. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Remember, you can call in with your requests. There's no promises that we can get it on the list, but I'm calling your requests, and the number is 0141 530 2787, or if you're calling from outside the UK, it's +44 141 530 2787, or you can leave a comment or a suggestion on the Facebook page or the YouTube page, and we'll be ready to indulge you. Right, so People Plus. So do you live in North Lanarkshire? Are you looking for a job? Are you looking for funding and support to start your own business? If you're a parent and you live in North Lanarkshire, that's towns like Cumbernauld, Shotts, Wishaw, Bells Hill, Kilsyth, Motherwell, Airdrie, Gatcosh, Coatbridge, Steps, Moodiesburn, etc., then People Plus can help you. This is the People Plus North Lanarkshire Working for Families program. And at People Plus, they have brilliant employment and self-employment opportunities for parents who live in North Lanarkshire. So if you're a parent and you live in North Lanarkshire, they can help you. If you've been toying with the idea of starting your own business, you need some funding and support, they can help you. If you're looking to get back into work, start a business, or have some training to be more marketable on the job market, then they can help you, all for free, all funded. And the only priority and criteria is you have to be a parent and you have to live in North Lanarkshire. If you fall within those categories, then contact scotland.ef@peopleplus.co.uk. Once again, that's scotland.ef@peopleplus.co.uk, or call or text the number 07814 061 565. That's 07814 061 565. If you contact those numbers or that email, then they'll get back in touch with you and be able to help you on your journey to either employment or self-employment. Okay, back to the music. Right, we're coming into I want to say will be the mid 2000s. Okay, things are heating up. The music videos are coming fast and furious, and we're all in awe of what the industry is becoming. So let's make some Fuji in with some hip hop. Why not? And this is an old head. At that time, he was a legend, Fuji legend, Adewale Yuba, and he teamed up with Jasmine Olofi, and he gave us this absolute classic, which is "Raise the Roof." Enjoy.
Yo, Jasmine, you ready for this?
Alright, OJ, I'm ready. Hit the beat. Work it out, girl. Jasmine, Ayuba, Mr. Johnson. OJ, hit the beat. Ijo Tindo, yeah, Otora, what you think, mo retire, Irola, any day I still dey bust on MIC. That's right. See me, I go dey demo till I rest in peace. That's right. Any omo jojo jáwọ́ ńbẹ̀. Sáré bá mi mú ní tóní lọ́wọ́ ńlẹ̀. Ọmọdé yìí shake body, báwọn busy body nicely. Ọmọ ríjó ló bára jẹ́. Bam bam, ẹni tó bá wú kó bẹ́ ẹ̀yìn tí jinlẹ̀ bam bam. Throw your hands in the air, raise the roof. Raise the roof, roof, roof. It's popping, oh my bubble. Shuku shuku bam bam, ẹni tó bá wú kó bẹ́ ẹ̀yìn tí jinlẹ̀ bam bam. Throw your hands in the air, raise the roof. Come on, raise the roof, roof, roof. Every time I hit the show, everybody lose control. That's right. Free your mind and free your soul. Let the music take control. It's a party. My shaky body. Come on, sure. I like it when you do that. Come on. Ẹ má sọ pé kò sí jó. Ẹ má sọ pé kò sí jó mọ́. Ijó ń bẹ, ọmọ pàdé mi nísàlẹ̀. Let's go. Shake that thing your mama gave you. Shake. Let's go. Baraje. Hey, hey, it's popping. Oh my bubble. Shuku shuku bam bam. Ẹni tó bá wú kó bẹ́ ẹ̀yìn tí jinlẹ̀ bam bam. Throw your hands in the air. Raise the roof. Raise the roof, roof, roof. It's popping. Oh my bubble. Shuku shuku bam bam. Ẹni tó bá wú kó bẹ́ ẹ̀yìn tí jinlẹ̀ bam bam. Throw your hands in the air. Raise the roof. Raise the roof, roof. Come on.
Majo fine girl, Majo fine babe, Majo fine girl, Majo fine babe. Mo ń gbóhùn sókè o, torí adé ọlọ́fin ni. Mọ̀wọ́ kúrò lẹ́rọ̀, ohun tó lélẹ̀ ní ṣègbó ń bọ̀ wá dẹ̀rọ̀. Jojo mi bọ̀rùn suwe.
Don't stop.
My dear, you can do without it.
Yo, you gotta dance, you gotta
Ipa mo
dance.
lè má pínpín my Benz kan dẹ̀ má dẹ́mọ́ with their friends.
That's right, that's how we're living, man.
Mo lè má pínpín in my Lakuza, my cozy with their friends.
Come on.
Mi ò gbéṣẹ́ rán wọn.
That's right.
Bọ́ọ̀bì
Say what?
ó máa bọ́ọ̀bù lọ.
Ṣùkú ṣùkú bam bam, ẹni tó bá wú kó bẹ́ ẹ̀yìn ti jinlẹ̀ pam pam. Throw your hands in the air. Where's the roof? Where's the roof? Roof.
It's bọ́ọ̀bì ó máa bọ́ọ̀bù lọ.
Ṣùkú ṣùkú bam bam, ẹni tó bá wú kó bẹ́ ẹ̀yìn ti jinlẹ̀ pam pam. Throw your hands in the air. Where's the roof? Come on, come on, come on. Where's the roof? Come on, come on, come on. Ijó tí ó yẹn ò tó rárá. Pé mo rìtáyà irọ́ lálá. Any day I still dey boss on MIC. See me, I go dey demo till I rest in peace. Ẹni ò mọ jójó jáwọ́ ń bẹ̀. Sáré bá mi mú nítorí lọ́wọ́ ńlẹ̀. Ọmọdé yìí ṣèkì bọ́dí. Fáwọn busy body nicely. Ọmọ ríjó ló bára jẹ́. Ṣùkú bam bam, ẹni tó bá wú kó bẹ́ ẹ̀yìn ti jinlẹ̀ pam pam. Throw your hands in the air. Where's the roof? Come on, holla back. Where's the roof? Holla back. Roof, holla at me. Ṣùkú ṣùkú bam bam, ẹni tó bá wú kó bẹ́ ẹ̀yìn ti jinlẹ̀ pam pam. Throw your hands in the air. Where's the roof? Where's the roof? Roof, roof.
Right, we're coming to the end of the show, and we've not even cracked put a crack in a dent in the second list, but we'll keep going. Right now, something magic happened with this song, because this song was our first proper. So we'd had hits and hits and hits and hits in the industry, right? But this one was like, okay, the industry has definitely changed. It definitely changed, and it's a serious matter. It's now a proper money-making, hit-making, global industry now. Because this young man had just left his group, started his own solo career, and this was his first hit from his first solo album, and that set the trend for his entire career going forward. And it just happens to be in your own language, doesn't it, Baron? Yeah. All right, so I'll let you introduce this one, Baron. You go ahead.
Right, so coming up next is Mfana Ibaga, Two-Face Idibia.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm coming out straight this time. I'm coming out with a little of my own kind of peace of mind. I'm doing it my way this time, like I'm not gonna bore you with some flimsy kind of piece of rhymes. So pull a cushion, sit back, relax, and listen to this introduction of me, myself, and my mission. My vision is to let you all see that there's more to this life than just faking up reality. Yeah, reality. I wake up in the morning and I stretch out my feet. Say I thank you, prayer, then I brush up my teeth. A little exercise and then I grab something to eat. Put on a piece of cloth and I step out into the street. Then into the studio just to cook up some beat. Later to the club to make the people feel the heat. Make an honest living and I'm proud about it. Making sure that all my mistakes I don't repeat. Like I mind my own business and I don't give a shit. I say what's on my mind, I don't have time to edit. Got to thank the Lord that He set me on my feet. Oh, praise the Lord, He give me power to defeat. If you give me stone instead of to give me meat, I try to pan it and I try to forget it. Everybody know that me too legit to quit. Everybody know that me physically fit. Everybody know that me humble and cool, but some people them take me for a fool of neighbor. If I give another man yawa, so the reason why I say neighbor is that I got my conscience by my side, got peace of mind inside of neighbor. No matter what them do, I'm going to make my dough. So the reason why I say neighbor is who got us blessed. No man can curse, no man can curse. Oh, who got us blessed? No man can curse. No. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. I got to be stronger to be ready for the strife. I know some people will say some things that will cut like a knife. I know some people will say that I might never find a wife, but I'll do my thing my way. Oh my brother, no be fight. Sometimes I might be wrong, sometimes I might be right, but I keep my head straight and I'll keep my game tight. Cause waiting I see a future where they bright. Got to have it all, not just the bite. Got to have it all, not by power, not by might, but cause Kenny's music at my back day and night. And the Almighty Lord, him never let me leave inside. But upon on top of that, I still they feel my people bright. So I promise I go use my music to they shine the lighter. I know go con they form like say I know they sight. I go bear my mind, I go bear I'm black and white. Just because so say I know finish school, some people them they take me for a fool of neighbor. Never give another man yawa. So the reason why I say for neighbor is that I got my conscience by my side, got peace of mind inside of neighbor. No matter what them do, I'm going to make my dough. So the reason why I say for neighbor is who got us blessed. No man can curse, no man can curse. Oh yeah, who got us blessed? No man can curse. Who got us blessed? No man can curse. Yeah. So I say, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Oh, yeah. Me, I get plenty things to talk about. Yeah. I say me, I get plenty things to yarn about. Yeah. No man can curse. You know it's the happen and nothing they happen. That's so now. We just do. You understand? What's the happen? We just do. Hold them. Which level now, my guy? Which level? Anyhow, what's the happen? Never give another man yawa. So the reason why I say for neighbor is that I got my conscience by my side, I got peace of mind inside of neighbor. No matter what them do, I'm going to make my dough. So the reason why I say for neighbor is who got us blessed. No man can curse. No man can curse. No man can curse. Who got us blessed? No man can curse. Throw your hands in the air if you for neighbor. Throw your hands in the air right now if you for neighbor. So pump your fists in the air right now.
Which do you prefer? Do you prefer Two-Face's first album or his second album? So
First one.
So the first one had Keep On Rocking on it. It had African Queen on it.
Yeah.
But the second one had See Me So.
Yeah.
It'd be like say. Yeah.
It's difficult to pick.
They were very.
Yeah.
They're both incredible. I think the second one kind of solidified the fact that he's a star. True Love. If Love is a Crime. Oh no. So which one now? They're both incredible. Okay, so at this time, a young man in the UK, a young Nigerian man in the UK, was hearing about all the crazy, amazing things happening in the music industry in Nigeria. And so he decided to stop doing his self-proclaimed scamming in the UK. Some scamming, some this, some that he was doing, trying to do some stuff in the UK and come back to Nigeria and try his hand at music in Nigeria. And his very, very first song was an absolute hit. And it only went on till then. Do you know who I'm talking about, Aaron?
So, is that the bunch or Collins, aka Don Jazzy?
It was
Just
the band, but
Okay.
he came in and he hooked up with Don Jazzy, who was his producer, and they made magic together. So he came back to Nigeria and basically became a star almost overnight because he had the personality, he had the fashions, and he had the music, most importantly. So this is his very first hit. It's called Tongolo. And it set him up because he kept saying no long thing. And so he became the no long thing.
Feel it.
And all sorts of catchphrases. But this is Tongolo, and it was played in every car, in every traffic jam you could ever imagine at that time. Okay, so this Tongolo by Divanj. Enjoy.
Make I tell you
Love
one
it.
secret. The secret we me and they use for all these women now. Now the magic word. No long thing. You tell them no long thing, no long thing. Just tell them Tongolo. You understand? Any woman you like. You know what you tell them. They looking at you my spirit.
Me, I be the banj. Manja, more friends than they call me Skibanj. I don't get degree for womanology. I just study the woman physiognomy. When they make them, they follow me. For the clubs, then they take off their tongues for me. Even the guys, they ask for me. Make I tell them the secret of my melody. Listen, make I tell them the cocoa. I make I tell them the cocoa. Make I tell them the cocoa. I make I tell them the cocoa.
If I tell them the cocoa,
Make I tell them.
I say make I yarn them the cocoa. If I tell them the cocoa,
When you see woman when you like, you just use the magic word. Go say Tongolo, ja Tongolo, Omo ge wa ja Tongolo, Tongolo, shawale Tongolo, Omo wa bi ebile Tongolo, Tongolo, ja Tongolo, Omo ge wa ja Tongolo, Tongolo, shawale Tongolo, Omo wa bi ebile Tongolo.
As I dey walk up the road, I see one baby, yo, her name na no be small. Why? Because she fine, no be small. When I front, no be small. When I backside, no be small. I yarn, I'm the truth, and I yarn, I'm the fact, and I yarn, I'm no be small. She no agree my own, no. But in I yarn, I'm the cocoa, no be small. She you want know the cocoa? Why? She you want know the cocoa? She make I tell you the cocoa. Why? Make I tell you the cocoa.
if I tell them the cocoa,
Make I tell them.
I say make I yarn them the cocoa.
If
I tell them the
When you see woman when you like, you just use the magic word. Go say Tongolo, ja Tongolo, Omo ge wa ja Tongolo, Tongolo, shawale Tongolo, Omo wa bi ebile Tongolo, Tongolo, ja Tongolo, Omo ge wa ja Tongolo, Tongolo, shawale Tongolo, Omo wa bi ebile Tongolo.
Listen, more talented, yes, more gifted. Sherry give me, oh my be lifted. Sherry hips it, my feel shifted. Go to it, my feel tinted. Boyfriend, they go over evicted. More weight, the punches addicted. Tebas up me no, my one persistent. Money I want it, don't get it twisted. Make I tell them the cocoa. I make I tell them the cocoa. Make I tell them the cocoa. I make I tell them the cocoa.
If I tell them the cocoa,
Make I tell them.
I say make I yarn them the cocoa.
If
I tell them the
When you see
cocoa,
woman when you like, you just use the magic word. Go say Tongolo, ja Tongolo, Omo ge wa ja Tongolo, Tongolo, shawale Tongolo, Omo wa bi ebile Tongolo, Tongolo, ja Tongolo, Omo ge wa ja Tongolo, Tongolo, shawale Tongolo, Omo wa bi ebile Tongolo.
I feel like crying because we have so many songs to go, but our time is up. So I promise you, I'm going to do it. I'm going to finish this list next week. Are you okay with? Are you down with that, Baron?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So we're just gonna have a show next week as well. It will only be a music show, but we cannot not finish this list because it's a phenomenal list. If I say so myself. And so we're gonna do that. Are we okay? We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do the rest of the show. So I have to go now, but before we do, let's do our proverbs because we should not miss any opportunity to do our African proverbs, and we'll just do one this week. Okay, are you ready for this? Poverty is like a lion. If you do not fight it, you get eaten. Okay.
Yeah, so if you do nothing about your situation, it's inevitable.
Yes.
Yeah.
So go for it. Right. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope everybody's enjoyed this collection of music. This trip down, not just memory lane, but also the historical, tracing of how Afro became the juggernaut it is today. And we're going to continue the list next week. So don't worry. There's lots and lots and lots for us to talk about and reminisce on and just figure out how this amazing industry came to be. And until then, we will leave you with the guy, the master himself, who started it all on his own. And this is Lady by the one, the only, the renowned, the legend, Fela Anikulapo Kuti. This is BB signing out. I'll see you next week. And yeah, till then, stay African.